Hello, everyone. Coach Carole here. I wanted to share with you some new revelations from Prompt Cowboy. I recently upgraded to the subscription plan. This is around $11 US a month, and already I can see it's going to be very valuable. One of the first new things that I noticed was the ability to create a template. And what you're looking at on the screen is the first of these that I've developed. And it's around the commonly asked question about writing a family history research plan. And in a moment, I'll go back and I'll show you the process. But here's the end result as a template. It gives me the role. You are a genealogical research consultant helping me to develop a structured sequential research plan for tracing a specific family line. It said it much better than I could. The task: I want to create a step-by-step research plan for investigating, and in brackets, the family surname, in my family history. Walk me through this collaboratively. That will give you an interesting process. And then below that, how to approach this. 1, establish what I already know, and then ask me these questions directly. Don't assume the answers. 2, identify research goals to help clarify what I'm actually trying to accomplish. Push me to be specific. 3, build the sequential research plan. Based on what we establish in steps 1 and 2, create a numbered sequential plan where each step logically builds on the previous one. Include what to do, where to look, what you're looking for, and how this connects to the next step. Number 4, flag potential challenges. For this family surname line, specifically flag issues that I should watch for. Common surname problems, record availability issues, language or script barriers, and historical records that may have destroyed records. Number 5, suggest a realistic timeline. Help me think about how long each phase might take. And then below are the guidelines. Be direct, don't overwhelm me, and keep it collaborative, which is a great template to begin with. And at the top here, it allows you to then enter the family surname that you want as a variable. I have made a copy of the template here, and I can use it straight away in ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini. But for the time being, I just want to go back now and show you how this was developed. So I'll go back into a new prompt in Prompt Cowboy and notice how things are more like what we are used to seeing in any of the AI tools. A navigation bar on the left with your recent chats or prompts in this case showing below. And if you want to see them all, you've got a library you can go to. Here in this new subscription, I see that I have template, which is new. And this is what I clicked in order to create a template. So when you click this, it says build template you can reuse. And you might put in an automatic prompt or draft something that you want to use frequently. So another one that is often asked is, how can you, the AI tool, help me with my genealogy research? And when we generate that, it will start building a template that we can modify. So it gives you the role, the task, what I need you to do, and then the guidelines. So now we have a template that I can use for that specific query. And above, you can add variables such as the ancestor or family info. So once again, I would copy that and use it in either ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini. But coming back now to look again at the library, in Prompt Cowboy, I now have a record of all of the things that I've been doing here, neatly organized into folders. So for example, there's 21 items in this one. I can change its name if I wish. And 27 items in this one, and so on. So you can see that you can categorize and organize your prompts into specific folders. Then on the left, you've got the recent chats that you've held with them. So for example, if I go back a day to this one, where I was wanting to create a biography for an ancestor and to allow Notebook LM to create the infographic. So I needed a prompt, a very strong prompt with all of the specifications for that infographic already in place. On the left-hand side, we're at the moment looking at suggestions, and it puts in here, do you have photos of Henry James Hall to reference? Because it relates to that prompt. I go back to this prompt. The suggestions include something that's relevant to the research plan. What's your experience level in genealogy? And then if you click, you'll find that it already gives you a very easy to use multiple choice answer. So I can click into that and then activate it. Moving pieces around on my screen here. And seem to want to activate. So I'm not sure what that one's doing. And having a few issues at the moment. But let's come back to what we were doing. We were looking at library, then looking at templates. And we also have memories. And in your Prompt Cowboy, you can give it some specific information that it can use each time. And it becomes part of its memory. So for example, on February the 8th, I put in, be direct and concise, skip the flattering phrases and just give me the answer. Always verify facts and cite sources, and skip formal transitions, etc. And so you can add as many of these as you like. And that helps set the scene for how Prompt Cowboy is going to react to your lazy prompts. And that's the whole idea of Prompt Cowboy. That's what it does. It turns lazy prompts into great ones. And it becomes your cheat code to AI that just works. And now with this upgraded version that I've subscribed to, I've got more tools to investigate. So I've had a look at template. Now I want to look at agent. But that's a story for another day. So do have a look at Prompt Cowboy and see if you are intrigued enough to want to subscribe.